everybody. How are we doing on this lovely, lovely Wednesday? My goodness, it is so good to see you all in. Welcome on in. We've got, hold on, I'm typing while doing this, all the things. Welcome on in, Tiny Devil Games, Super Robibers, Finn, Karazes, Jack. So good to see you all, and all of you who are lurking in the shadows. I see you in my tools. I know you're here. I see your names. You can't hide from me. It's good to see you. I see common names in here every single day when we start off that are never talking in chat. And so to you, I say thank you because you make this all possible. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Okay, how are we all doing today? How is our live Super Robivers? Good to see you again. How is your project going? Let's see. Made a library for the console I work on, and now I'm releasing a demo project showcasing what it can do. I made a library for the console I work on. Now I'm releasing a demo project. I know those words, just not in that order, but it sounds incredibly exciting, Finn. Congratulations. Upgraded to Unity 6. Wow, Robibers, that's awesome. That's very, very cool. This is super rad. I am in the process currently of downloading Cartoon Coffee's big Mega FX pack, which I can bring over here to show everyone. I pulled the trigger on this feeling, you know what? It is pricey, but for his Mega Pack, which is all of his big packs of all of his stuff, it's $300 in my currency, regularly $600, so it's half off for a while. I recommend getting into this while you can. If you're unfamiliar with Cartoon Coffee, he does some truly phenomenal work. You're gonna see my YouTube subscriptions there. Check this guy out. While I get this all downloaded, let's watch one of his episodes and you can see how just like awesome this guy is. He's only for some reason, only at 6.1 thousand subscribers. The only reason that is the case is because he is not pumping out content fast enough. His last video was 2 months ago, and he's doing videos like every couple of months. That is not fast enough to grow, but the guy is crazy talented. Check this out. Hey, Narvin, good to see ya.
We're taking one of your games and redrawing it.
If you don't know who I am, my name is Cartoon Coffee, and I make 2D hand-drawn art for video games.
And I'm Java, an artificial intelligence that wants to become a professional game artist.
And yes, what Java said was true. You can submit a screenshot or a short video of your game to cartooncoffeeredraw@gmail.com, and you might get picked for a future episode. Before I begin, I just want to say, by no means am I fixing or improving these designs.
This series is just for fun. So, who's our first victim?
Today's submission is wallrun.love by I.I, and it's actually from a game jam.
A game jam?
Yes, it was a game made in less than 48 hours, which is really impressive considering how great it looks.
Yeah, the colors are fantastic.
The game already has a very striking palette, so I'm not going to touch that.
You're not just saying that to avoid making a new color palette, are you?
What? No, it really is great as it is. But if I were to try and create a new palette for this game, especially in a game jam setting, I actually have a lot of options if I didn't want to start from complete scratch. I could use a color palette generator like coolers.co, or I can use palettes that other artists have put together through sites like lowspec.com, or I could use sites like color.adobe.com to help build my own palette, or I might even use color palettes from other images I like, whether it's from games, movies, or paintings. It might be tempting to take the hard road and try to reinvent the wheel, but if you find a color palette that would perfectly suit your game, there's no reason not to use it. It's important to remember that no one owns a color palette. Every color on this color wheel is available for all to use. But since I already like what the original artist did here, I'll keep the palette the same.
Steal from other humans. Got it.
As for the rest of this, we're going to break down this redraw into 4 main sections: character redesign, enemy redesign, environment redesign, and interactable objects.
Do you know any time-saving techniques for making characters?
Actually, once again, the original artist did something really clever for this. The game uses a silhouette style for the characters. This is a great art style if you need to create a stylish and appealing game very quickly. If you're short on time, or a bit newer to art, simplifying your character like this can be a huge boost to both the overall quality of your presentation and the speed of your production.
Sounds like a cheat code.
Yeah, it actually kind of is. I'm going to keep the idea of the mostly silhouetted character, but I won't be doing it in pixel art.
Can't you just trace over the original art?
Well, you could, but...
Completed.
Okay, well, this actually isn't too bad. But what I was gonna say...
Finn, we don't talk about Pantone in this chat. No, thank you.
It was that this game is actually a very fast-paced and acrobatic game. So we should keep that in mind when redesigning the character. This version of the character is very... boxy.
Boxy? What's wrong with being boxy?
Nothing, but it doesn't emphasize the ninja-like wall-riding capabilities of our player character.
Boxy ninjas can be a thing.
Square shapes tend to make things feel sturdy, stable, and unmovable. Circle shapes make things feel soft, safe, and inviting. Triangle shapes make things feel sharp, fast, and dangerous. We need something with more sharp triangle shapes. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. But we can push this design a little bit more. You see, I like the hat a lot more, but the body still feels too boxy. Sometimes it could take a few tries before landing on a design you really like. Let's do one more try, and this time, really push it. What do you think?
Yeah, using these aggressive pointy shapes really does make the character look fast and dangerous.
Using a similar process, let's recreate the anime. Let's trace over the silhouette again to get a better sense of what we're dealing with. It's basically this teardrop shape with legs, no arms, and a heart on its face. These are the elements I like to keep in the redesign.
Okay, so similar to the last example, we want this enemy to appear more dangerous. That means that this character is too round?
Exactly. Let's try a version with some more sharp edges.
Yes, I like the sharp edges.
Yeah, me too. But this design still isn't sitting quite right with me.
Maybe it needs an evil smile?
That's not it. Let's take a step back and think about what we had going on originally. Teardrop shape, heart-shaped eyes, legs, and no arms. Okay, I think I have an idea. How's this? It ticks off all the boxes.
I like it.
I think I'll do one more pass to adjust the pose, and done. That's our monster.
Now that the characters are completed, let's talk about the background.
Staring at a blank screen can be pretty daunting, so let's add the sky in, block in the ground, and toss in our characters. Now this is starting to look like something. A sky and a ground is the bare minimum you'll need for a scene like this. So right now, we can technically call this finished.
This is looking really nice, CC, but what if we wanted to take this up another level?
Okay, what if we added some subtle variation to the ground so it looks a bit more organic, like you're standing on a rocky surface?
Can you turn this large pillar into an organic object as well?
Sure. How about a tree?
Yes, much better.
We can add some depth to the scene by bringing the mountains back in. The original game had one layer of mountains, but with two, we can introduce some parallax to the scene. And then we can add some clouds.
The scene is looking so much livelier already.
We're not done yet. We can bring even more life to the scene by adding interactable objects. Let's add in tufts of grass that blow in the wind, and if the player or enemy collides with it, it will shake a little. Interactivity is what makes a game go from feeling like a game to feeling like a world that's immersive and believable. With that in mind, let's add some breakable objects. I'm going to take these pots and scatter them around the scene like this. Now, if you really want to polish up the scene, you can add some finishing touches like bloom, a vignette, a faint glow behind the player to better help the eye keep track of the avatar. And that's it. This is the finished result.
CC, this looks great. It looks so good that I can almost imagine this as a real game.
It would be cool to see that, huh? Okay, there were a few steps I left out, but I wanted the true reveal to be a big surprise. A big factor in a game's visual appeal is the final touches like post-processing and VFX. And I used the VFX inside my Mega Pack to save me a ton of time.
Link in the description.
And again, if you're a game developer, you can submit a screenshot or a short video of your game to cartooncoffeeredraw@gmail.com for a chance to get picked for a future episode.
Okay, so that's Cartoon Coffee. I'm gonna throw that video in chat. Super cool guy, very friendly. Has a great Discord as well, where he's constantly releasing free new updates for people that are on the Discord. He does VFX requests. So like if you join his Discord to be like, hey, you want me to do a VFX for you? And you're like, yeah, I want like the dragon tooth chomping down. Like, cool, got it. And then in like 2 days, you have freaking awesome stuff in your inbox. I believe Ameripon took advantage of that and got a saliva stretching effect for his VR French kissing game. So yeah. Very rad dude, does awesome work. I'm gonna put a link to the VFX Mega Pack as well. And then he's got like other smaller versions available. Like that's just the like everything he's done with all future updates that happen to it. But there's like you know, you can buy things individually and get them smaller and stuff. So anyways, all sorts of really cool stuff in this pack. I'm excited to be diving in and checking this out. Finn, yes. A French kissing game. Yes. In VR. And it's not about like helping two people kiss. No. Imagine a camera right here. Ah. Oh man. It's a ride. Hold on, I'll see if I can find his stuff. He's been kind of going into not safe for work stuff recently, because it's just been getting him all sorts of attention that he's been very impressed with. So just be very aware of that. If you're a minor, probably maybe don't. He's making safe for work versions of all of his stuff, but just be aware of that. So this is Second Base. It's horrifying. It's hold on. Hold on, let me bring this up on YouTube. Experience your first kiss in VR.
And see if you are the legendary Casanova reborn.
Okay, now imagine that being your entire field of view, and then someone with a little spray bottle like spraying you every now and again. So, that's a thing. Hold on, I need to see this. Let's see. Oh no, has that message been deleted? Has it been too long? I want to show the version with the saliva in it. I wonder if we put it in general, actually. From Ameripon. Yes, here it is. Okay, hold on. Oh man. Get ready to gag. Okay, hold on. Let me change our source here. Is this gonna be it? Come on, OBS. Come on. All right, come on. Oh, is it not gonna do that because it's doing game capture instead of like a window capture? Laguno, thank you so much for the follow. Good to see you. I don't know why anyone would follow when we're talking about this stuff, but welcome in. I'm so glad to have you. You may not know it from this whole thing, but we are a charitable enterprise devoted to helping people enter the game industry. So welcome on in. This is the effect that Cartoon Coffee did for him. That little saliva stretch. It's so gross. Oh, it's so gross. All right, that's enough of that. Let's start doing some polish. Oh gosh. Okay. Good night. Already learning a lot. Yes, the thing you're learning is ick. Welcome on in, Alex. It's good to see you. How are you today? Okay, wow. After that disturbing experience, let's see what we can do to polish here. I did just I got everything downloaded. I got a bunch of extraction of everything going. I want to start kind of looking through these VFX and kind of see how to which ones to try and plug into the click. Work on your project. I know you got the lemon. You got the lemon moving. I saw that, Alex. Very exciting. So as a reminder of what we're trying to polish, I'm trying to do this. So we got all of this working yesterday. This is a Helldivers stratagem sort of dexterity roguelike. So you have your powers down here, which are like your stratagems and Helldivers. You're trying to click the dots in the right order in the sequence in order to beat the bad guy, and you take turns, slay the spire style. What I want to do today is I want to spend a lot of time refining this click experience, because it's not quite great. And we've been learning, after playing Turbo Kid, the importance of really polishing up that base core experience. You know, that core experience of the blaster, right? And how polished that is. Really want to put in a lot of effort to boost up the VFX today. That's our goal for today. Boost up the VFX. So I'm thinking we're probably going to want to layer like a bunch of different effects on top of these. So when you click on it, it gets this nice juicy burst, but maybe that isn't quite so overwhelming that it makes it hard to kind of interpret the game. So that's what we're going for today. I'm trying to think of how do I how do I display this in a way that is clear? I think we're just going to have to do window capture, which is annoying. We'll just do video player. And then if I open this up, is it going to just kick in? No. It's not that, is it? No, that's the folder. We don't want that. This maybe? No. Darn it. There's so many things open. And none of them are what I'm trying to find. This is weird. Let's see. These are GIFs, though. I should be able to just open those in the browser. Why don't we try that? Drag that in. Oh. Ooh. I mean, that kind of works. Well, all right. We'll just do it in FigJam then. So let's take a look at different effects to bring in. We'll just go ahead and copy all these and bring them in. This is going to be a lot. It's 176. 176 GIFs. Okay. Let's take a look. I guess add sound effects, scale up and fade. That's how I'm imagining it. I'm an Osu player. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah. So there is a sound effect. It's very subtle and it's not very lightning-y. So we got to kind of figure that out as well. I kind of like that one. I don't know, these extra like flashes are maybe not my favorite, but I don't know. Maybe we should just start plugging stuff in and then kind of seeing how it looks. Maybe that's the solution. Because I feel, especially with this white background, we're just not really getting a very good representation of this. Ridiculous coding explosions. Oh my goodness. Because, like, what about, like, some of these? Like, I don't think these would work very well. I think we can kind of skip past this section. But I like... Ooh, that's kind of nice. Huh. Maybe if we, like, sped it up. Because that's already got, like, 3 different layers of things on top of each other, which is nice. Instead of kind of doing it manually, right? Ooh, that's kind of nice. Use all of them randomly. You know, Kibas, that's an interesting point, though, of having, like, random VFX that show up. I wonder if that would be visually interesting, or if it would confuse people and say, like, wait, why did this one look this way and that one looked that way? I don't really know the answer to that. I'm kind of curious how that would get interpreted. It's kind of a generic pulse. Ooh, that's cool. I almost kind of want that just for the symbols. Like, if we could just trim off, like, put it in a circular mask, so it's just that ball going down. Because that's another thing, is I really want to change up the symbols to, like, be actual electricity representatives of some sort, right? And I can't decide if it should be just kind of generic stuff like this, or if it should be, like, positive, negative, resistance, you know, actually tie into electricity, or if it should just kind of be there. Finn, I'm so sorry, I just saw your message, my bad. And Trevron, thank you so much for the raid. How are you today? How was your stream? How's everything going? For those of you who are just joining us, while you kind of fill us in, and by the way, feel free to raid and run. You've got to be hungry, you've got to be tired. Go take care of yourself. Welcome on in, Elder Spy and Trevron. Good to see ya. And Foolbox! Foolbox! Who would have thought I'd be lucky enough to have Foolballs grace my channel today? No worries, Trevron. You go take care. You go take care. That's that I was promised. Foolbox and I have an agreement. Yeah. Welcome on in. It's good to see you. We are polishing up the clicking experience for Overload. Which I had written down in a message somewhere. Did I overwrite it when I brought in these visual effects? So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to look at, like, visual effects from Cartoon Coffee's mega pack that I just barely bought and have brought in. I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start kind of playing around with things. Kind of play around with different effects, see how they go. What we have right now is this feller. We did this for the Foxhollow Jam a little bit ago, and I just spent a long time refactoring it now that I've learned about Godot and how to do things. So you have your, like, Helldivers style stratagems on the side, and you're trying to remember the orders of the symbols and everything, and click the dots in the right order in order to do effects. You have a certain amount of time to take your turn, and then the bad guy will take their turn. So he's put this thing up here that's going to make it a little bit harder for me to click on things and slow me down in general, and he may, you know, attack, all that fun Slay the Spire style stuff. So right now, we just kind of have this basic tween and a sound effect. Which, man, you can't even really hear the sound effects. But we want to punch it up. Yes, Foolbox. Yes, all the polish. Hey, Robotech, welcome in. You as well. Good to see you. The first orb zappy ones do look nice. If a random one of them played on click, that would work. I'm kind of curious about that. Let's try it out. So let's go to our symbol parent scene, and I'm gonna close all the other tabs. Those are not tabs, Godot. These are tabs. These are not. Godot's interface, man. I'll tell you. Ooh, as a former UX product designer, ooh, gets my blood going. Okay. Mothman, welcome on in. Good to see ya. Okay, so let's go ahead and add in. I'm trying to think how to do this. I did just barely learn in my Godot course about the animator node, animation player. Add a hat. You got it. It's Thursday. You know how you get ready for Thursdays? Extreme amounts of silliness. That's how you get ready for Thursdays. Or that's how you get ready for Fridays, rather. Thursday is the silly day. Friday is the I'm exhausted, please let this end day. Dragon Spirit, hello, hello. Good to see you. I guess it's Wednesday, not Thursday, isn't it? I don't know. My days are all screwy. Doing some work that got left behind while I listened to you. Right on. So good to see you, Dragon Spirit. Thanks for jumping in. Okay, Robibers, you got it. It is Wednesday. You're right. You're all right. Thursdays are the best day of the week. We're getting ready for Thursday. It's Thursday Eve, which is Friday Eve, and then weekend half week celebration. So, you know, we're making it through. So I'm trying to think, how do we actually execute on this? Because this is something I've never actually done. I've never had time in a project to get to VFX. Never been able to get to it. Tomorrow my Thursday's a free day, unfortunately, also for the kids, so not really free. Dragon Spirit, I feel that in my bones. I hear ya. It's all Mondays for me. That sounds like you get lasagna every day then, Mothman. Particles, yes, and we do want to do particle effects as well. So, like, I've been playing around with the particle node, and that's been really rad. And let's get that in there right now. And this is another thing, is I don't know which one to do. I don't know if I should do CPU or GPU, when to use which one. I don't know that yet. We'll add that in. Let's go ahead and do an animation player. Just, I don't know, for funsies, get some more practice with it, I guess. And then pull in animated sprite. And then we need to import some assets here. Excuse me. Lightning. Where's our lightning? Sprite sheets. CPU if you still want a web build. GPU if you aren't supporting web. Interesting. Okay, well, we do want to try and support web still, if at all possible, so thanks for that. Yeah, thanks for that, Fullbox. I'm curious why that is the case. I guess the web browser doesn't have as much access to the graphics card, I guess. Oh, Elder Spy, we got a treasure trove of hats. There's a veritable Hatapalooza happening on over here all the time, yeah. GPUs aren't supported in web. Okay, all right. And I would imagine there's also, like, performance reasons, right? I don't know much about shaders or anything that is a future course I plan on taking, but I have a friend who is very into that sort of stuff, and he talks about, like, manually coding shaders and when to pass things through the buffer and everything. I'm like, I don't know, man. That's a lot. Okay. So let me bring in some of these. And let's organize our stuff a little bit better. We want assets. Guess we have sprites. Symbols, and then we're gonna add a new folder just for VFX. And then I'm gonna drag in a bunch of this stuff into the VFX folder. Are they going to get dragged into the VFX folder? I kind of feel like they're not going to. Dang it. All right. There we go. Scanning files. Why? wonder, maybe checking for like corruptions or something. Okay. We don't want any of these wall lightning sprites right now. We may want them later, but not right now. Grab all these blue lightning auras. That sounds good. Wow, there's so many of these. This pack is outrageous. There's so much stuff in it. Oh, and we have ads starting in just a second. It's making them into resources. Oh, so it's not scanning them, it's like converting them. Okay. Did you know that you can fix life mistakes using Unity's particle system? I don't know if that's a joke or not, Super Robivers. I kind of hope that it is a joke, because it's a funny joke. Anyways, we got ads starting in just a minute. I'm gonna bring these assets in during the ads. No one needs to see that, and we'll pause once I get that all in. We'll see y'all right after the ads.
I'm not sure about that, but I have to have it taken. The new call is soon possible. Friday, I can't remember. I'm sick. Anyway, give me a bit.
Okay, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back. And the camera's not even broken. Lovely. So, I've just set up, really quick, our little animations down here. We have our idle, just to start us off with, and then clicked. Idle, we don't really have anything for now. We'll deal with that later. We're going to focus on that. Maybe once I figure out thematically what should these circles actually be. And if they're going to be, like, thematically related to lightning, or if they're just going to be, like, different colors and shapes. CPU particles don't support sub-emitter. Oh, interesting. Converting GPU particles to CPU particles can become necessary when you want to release a game on older devices that don't support modern graphics APIs. Oh, interesting. Okay. Say any part about them being required for web though. Huh. Interesting. Okay. This is all like so far beyond my my skill level. Oh shoot. Okay. So we're gonna bring that in. Right. Okay. Instead of clicking and dragging, we need to actually do the thingy. Symbols, VFX. Let's just like take a look at one of these bursts. Yeah, sure, we'll do that one. Zoom out. Aha. There we go. Okay, so we want just like that. And then offset. Aha. Okay. 0. And then This is kind of weird. I don't know how this sprite sheet is set up. I'm sure it makes sense to somebody who's not me. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. So 512 times 5. 2,560 offset on the Y. Okay. And then we need to change our vertical to be 3. There we go. Okay, let's try that. And then maybe change this to like 20 FPS. 80 FPS? Ooh. We don't want it to loop though. Slow that down a bit. Okay. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Super Revivers. You can also just not select the upper frames. I noticed that as soon as I started selecting frames, Cubus. Yeah. So thank you. Okay. So now, I mean, this is not looking good. I don't have this really imported correctly. I understand that. I'm just trying to get functionality, and then we can start kind of working on more of that polish. So, clicked. We need to now reference our onReady var animated animated sprite. Oh, whatever. We'll just click and drag it in. There we go. That's what I was. For some reason, that was just being a big mental hurdle for me of figuring out what to call that. Okay. Animated sprite 2D dot play clicked. Let's see if that works. It's not gonna be pretty. Just want to see if it's working. I mean, the animation is in. Oh, shoot, music was a little loud. Well, I banished it for you there, Foolbox. Thanks. I'll keep an eye on that closer moving forward. Thanks. Okay. So this is weird. Oh, is it on auto start? No, we're starting on idle. Chunk. So I'm kind of curious why this is like loaded if we're starting off in idle, right? I must be misunderstanding how this functions somehow. Whoa. Oh, because we... Okay, great. Yeah, I mean, obviously way too big. And we need it to not be a part of the tweens. But let's hide our CPU particles for now. And we're probably going to want to put this in like a VFX function. Func, clicked, VFX. We'll set that in there. So then we can like do the particles and everything and get that all sorted. Remember when you scaled all those orb nodes because of SVG crispiness? I mean, they should be scaled in here though too, right? Like I should be seeing what is happening. right? If I hit play, it should just be that, right? It's on the body node. Yeah, I don't think so. I think we fixed it without needing the scaling, right? I'm not seeing anywhere to... Yeah, like the transform seems like it's set kind of everywhere at 1-to-1. Unless I'm going crazy. Which, you know, frequently ends up being the case. See that blue rectangle there? Oh. Yeah, that is the game viewport size. Why is this so big? Like, are we spawning it in? Weirdly, like, we're not scaling it at all. Why is it so big? Because we're just loading the symbol, and then we are instantiating it, and then changing its position, and then adding the child. Joe, what did you do? Is the parent you attach it to scaled? Nope. Let's see, is Fight UI scaled? Symbol borders? I mean, that wouldn't matter. It would be symbol container, and that's not scaled. Yeti Doc Phil over on YouTube. How you doing, friend? Good to see ya. Welcome on in. Yeah. This is weird. Huh. Hey, Finn, congrats. Congrats. Yeah, I guess that's where we're at, isn't it, Cubus? We're doing the pitch scale, and we're doing our tweening, but that's the only place we're using scale. What am I doing? Yeti Doc, we are trying to polish up our clicking experience. That's what we learned when analyzing TurboKit, is the importance of kind of polishing up the thing that the players are going to do every single time that they play the game. So we're trying to get our VFX added in. Just conceptually, it's not going to look great. We just want it in. And obviously there are some problems. So we're trying to fix that right now. So this really shouldn't be self. It should really be sprite 2D first off, so that the particle effect doesn't tween. Size, yeah, no, just doing array lookups. It's a simple pedometer app for the console. I make games for the play date. Oh, very cool, Finn. This uses the first publicly released step tracking library and is the first Playdate app to use steps. Wonderful, Finn. That's awesome. Congrats. That sounds like a really cool project. Fullbox, how about making the ball light up when you enter it? Like to give feedback that you're in it, like a button, I guess. Yeah, have a sort of signifier that it's clickable. It's an interesting thought. Yeah, that's an interesting thought. I don't know what I think about that. But that may be a good call. I don't know. That's something to think about and explore. I like that idea. Thank you for bringing something up that kind of challenges how I thought about things. Do the steps keep a virtual pet alive? And does it tell you when you're not doing a good enough job? Your Neopet is starving. Okay. This is bizarre. Why are you so big? Position. Just reset that. Yeah, like none of these things are scaled. But like, I mean, oh, look at that. Look at that collision shape. And that collision shape. My goodness. Why do we have 2 collision shapes on this? This might have been for chain lightning. We might not need that anymore. So what happens if I just yoink? Like, what happens if I just do that? How's this gonna work? Perfectly fine. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Your area 2D was for clicking. Well, apparently not for clicking. So I think it was for chain lightning. I think it was for detecting if it was far enough away from something else. I mean, I don't necessarily know that for sure, but you ditched it. Oh, could be. I don't know. Well, come on in, Alistios. How you doing today? Good to see ya. Clicked. Let's just scale this right on down. Yeah, looks about good. F5. How did that change nothing? I don't know, Cubus. I don't know. Hey, but it's feeling better though. I think I want something a little less visually intense. Because it's kind of like covering up the thing, which I don't know that I actually want. Because I think being able to visualize, oh, I have clicked on this is important. It's like, I mean, what if we just do something even as simple as dragging it to the background? Try modulating the color based on the power. Yeah, I like that idea. I think putting it in the background helps a lot. Because now I can still kind of like keep track of what I just clicked on. Little screen flash when clicking on the thing. I could maybe see that. You need a randomized rotation on the effect. That's funny. So Foolbox Cubus was telling me that same thing. So we've got all sorts of these different effects. I think that's going to be our next step is going to our animated sprite. And we're going to say, this is now clicked 1. Let's see. How do we do this? Is there a smarter way to do this? I was just about to like make a bunch of different versions of clicked with different numbers and then like add them to an array and randomly select one from them. Is that the right call? Is there a better way for me to do this? If there is a better way for me to do this, I don't know what it is. Yeah. I'm not sure what it would be. So I will just move forward with this. And then while you're all hurriedly typing something out, You have multiple animation frames instead and assign that randomly to a ball, but it's also not great. When you say multiple animation frames, do you mean like animation node, like animated sprite nodes? Or have like clicked have like 8 different things inside of it and you only play up to certain frames? Let's do this again. Clicked 2. This is now clicked 1. So click 2, we're gonna add in a new one, like the resource, the sprite frames. You could save it to your file system. I think you lost me. Duplicate it into multiple resources. Yeah, I think you lost me. I'm afraid. I'm sorry. Screen flash is not recommended for safety reasons since it can cause some people seizure. Yeah, I don't think we do like a full flash necessarily, but like a across the entire screen. I actually have a brother-in-law who suffers quite a lot from seizures. It is no bueno. Assign that randomly into the animated sprite 2D. You need to learn about resources, friend. We'll add it to the list. We'll add it to the list. Oh, shoot. That is actually already correctly set up. Hooray. So do that. Clicked 3. We'll add in a new one, and that will be this one. Okay. Add frames, and then let's just do one more. I'll just make one more. Clicked 4. Where you were editing right now is a resource halfway there. I mean, sure. I mean, I guess I kind of figured that, like, when Fullbox said it's converting them into resources, right? Like, that's probably what this all means in some way, but I don't know, like, the implications of that, right? And like, how to maneuver that. 50% of Godot is nodes, 50% is resources. All right. Sounds like I'm 30% of the way through Godot then. You wrote a Mark Rober parody video? Oh, that's amazing. Oh, man. Okay. Clicked. So what we need to do here is we need to have like var VFX array equals man. Okay, you can declare arrays that way. I was just thinking, is there some weird way in Godot to declare an array? %1 of Godot is UI UX. That's certainly how much time gets invested into it. That's for sure. Fullbox, I don't care if you are talking to Cubase or not. I will also piggyback onto that and say yes, definitely should. Node mostly does stuff, behavior. Resource mostly is stuff, data. But custom ones do allow crossing these base features. Okay. Thanks, Alistios. So just have to choose a number, then play that number animation. But then it's like statically defined. Like I'm trying to think about, is there a way that I can like dynamically get each of these, right? Because that's what I would like to do. I don't want to have to like have a manual array that I set up. I'd love for it to just be like brought in, like is there a, excuse me, animated sprite 2D dot get Is playing offset, pause, play backwards. Speed scale, sprite frames, stop, apply scale, get angle, global position. I just want to like see the list of animations. That's all I want to see. Wow, there's a lot of methods for this. Jiminy Christmas. That's your pipeline, says Foolbox. What's your pipeline? I don't follow. Whew. There are a lot of these. A lot. Just do play, string, clicked, random number. But then you have to like make sure that you're telling it what the correct number is, right? Dot sprite frames? Really? That's a well, but I don't want the frames though. I want the animations. And animations? No, really? Oh dear. Come on. Sprite frames. There we go. Resource containing the anim... It does not contain the animations. Because you're calling it frames. Why is it not animations? Why are we calling it frames? Why are we calling it frames? When it's talking about animations. It's a frames container. It's an animation container. And the animations contain frames, right? Like, it says right there, resource containing the animations. These are animations. Look, it's labeled right there, animations. That's what these are. When it's not animating, it's not an animation. Animations are just a way of organizing frames. Yeah, but then we're talking about animations instead of frames. Listen. Sure, you can have one frame, but that would be inside of an animation. Right? Like, we've clearly set up an information architecture here. Animations, right here. These are filter animations. We're not filtering frames. These are animation frames. Why? I'm always mad when you hear that. Just means that you're really good at getting me to grow and teaching me things that I didn't know about before. So I appreciate that. I mean, can I just say this? Like, what's that gonna give me? Print, VFX, array. Foolbox, you are the source, or rather, you're not the source. My lack of learning is the source. Okay. It's a file system, not a folder system. Yes, I get it. It's stupid. You learn so fast. Well, I appreciate it. It doesn't feel very fast to me. And I do deeply appreciate all of you that are helping me learn. Because, I mean, really, that's why I stream, is because it not only is it really good for like sharing with people and saying, look, if this big dummy can do this, then you definitely can. But also, it crowdsources learning for me. I get to learn from people who have studied it for years and can educate me. So I deeply appreciate all of you, Foolbox, Cubist, everyone else who's here. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So now we know this is sprite for... So how do I refer to like the frames in an animation? Do I also use this? The sprite frames resource. Sprite frame library for an animated sprite 2D contains frames and animation data for playback. Oh, so you're the problem. Okay. If the King of Fools can make a game, anyone can. Alistios, thank you so much for that gift sub. I appreciate that. Thank you, Alistios, for all the support you bring to the channel. It's tremendous. We do have ads starting in just a few seconds. I think I'm going to read through a bit of this documentation, and then we'll be right back. Don't forget, in our ad screen, we are soliciting, do you want to see Turbo Kid or Hades 2 for our analysis today? We're going to do one of the two. So let me know. We'll go with whatever gets the most votes. And I should just do a poll, shouldn't I? That's what I should do. Anyways, we'll see you after the ad break, after Bezos is satiated. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, you bunch of goobers. Thank you for being here today. Yeah, Turbo Kid. Getting some votes. All the Quebecers. Hard choice because Hades 2 seems awesome as well from what I've seen so far. It is pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. I'm still feeling pretty good about my predictions based off of the UI. I'm really curious how it goes. I haven't made it too far yet. Loud music, you're loud music, foolbox. All right, fine, we'll turn it off. Oh dear, another hat. It's Fedora Town. Okay. Woo, that's a backwards fedora. Okay, there we go. We've got Detective Cthulhu in the house today. You know, it gets so tall sometimes that it just kind of gives up the ghost, so to speak. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I've been playing, well, I was gonna say a lot. It's not a lot. It's a lot for me. A lot of Hades 2. Like, another hour or two, you know, late at night trying to get the kid to go back to sleep. And it's rad. It's super rad. I've been having a lot of fun. I just barely made it to the third area. So I got past the second fishy area. So okay. So Sprite Frames is this library that manages animated sprite. I'm going to call it resources. It makes sense. Columthulu. And this is what we're looking for. So we can get animation names, which is what Cubis was talking about earlier, right? Returns an array containing the names associated to each animation. Values are placed in alphabetical order. So if we go to our script here, and we can say dot get animation names. Yeah? Is that going to do it for us? get us that array that we're looking for? Yes. Okay. Good. Good, good. So now we need to remove idle. So VFX array dot, and I just saw a way to do this. I mean, it's not delete. It's not. There's a function to grab a specific value in an array and remove it. Is it erase? I'm not seeing it. Let me pull up that documentation that Alistio so kindly pulled up for me. Methods. Oh, jeez. Godot! All right, hold on. I need to complain again for a second. What are we doing over here, Godot? You're listing the methods, and then you're listing it by data type in the first column, and then alphabetically in the second column. But you're putting the data type first. Who's coming here thinking I need a bool? I'm going to look at all the bools. And then I'm going to look at the names. No, they're looking at the names first. Come on, you know that because you're sorting on the names. Why is that the second column? Ooh, this is what 10 years of product design in enterprise software does to you. Tables are pet peeves. Okay. So erase. Remove the first occurrence of a value from the array. If the value does not exist in the array, nothing happens. To remove an element by index, use remove at instead. Okay. 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 Guys. All right. Auto-generated docs are a pain. Okay, so we're gonna do erase idle, but it didn't autocomplete for me. So I thought like it was for some reason not gonna allow that. Okay, let's try this. Ready? Go. Yeah, non-existent function erase in base packed string array. So we have packed string array. Let me go back to our sprite frames here. What is a packed string array? An array specifically designed to hold strings, packs data tightly so it saves memory for large array sizes. It's not an array. Excuse you, it says array right here. Of course it's an array. What do you mean it's not an array? Okay. Oh, God, see, this is why it's been so confusing to me. Now that I understand that it's doing this, it's a little bit more intelligible for me to just ignore this and look at this. But man, is that frustrating. So is there a way to like convert it to byte array? With each string encoded as bytes? That doesn't sound like what we're looking for. Fill find has insert is empty pushback remove at reset. So you can do remove at, but I don't want to do remove at. I mean, we could probably get by with like a pop or something to just pop off the last value, but then we kind of have to depend on that always being the last value. You need to do a B search and then a remove at. A B search finds the index of an existing value using binary search. Optionally, a before specifier can be passed. If false, a return index comes after all existing entries of the value in the array. Yes, Cubus, that's all we're trying to do is select a random animation that is not idle. That's all we're trying to do. So VFX array dot B search idle. and we'll say idle index equals, and then var. I mean, we don't even need to make a new var. VFX array dot remove at idle index. That gonna work? We're gonna be cool? Yes, we're cool. We did it. That's really weird. Okay. So today we have learned a lot of different things. We've learned about that there's a thing called resources that I need to learn more about. We've learned about dot sprite frames and the sprite frames library. We've learned about how they're kind of different and you need to do like binary searches, and that you can't just do erases, that they have different methods in them for reasons that I'm sure make perfect sense. But we have that. Great. Is this your game, Risky Biscuit? Yes, it is. Welcome on in, Risky Biscuit. Good to see you. Yeah, this is our little this is what I've been calling the Dexterity roguelike, Risky, that I've been having a hard time explaining to you. We're working on getting the VFX going and cycling them out through random different VFX. So that's kind of where we're at right now. And that you need to read the doc, but you're getting better at finding answers. Well, I'm learning how the docs are actually written. Like, that's helping a lot. Because when I came into here for a long time, I would see this big empty space, and like, this is weird, this is confusing, and then you get all of these data types, and it's just like, it's so much, and you try to figure out this, and this whole thing is weird, and all of this is just so weirdly written to my brain. So now that we've made some progress in understanding how they parse things a little bit. So finally catching you making it. Yeah. How's life going, Risky? Is the little one giving you some more sleep now? Careful that you aren't removing that from all the sprite frames resources. Not sure if that is the case, but keep an eye on it. Ooh, yeah, that's a good point, Cubus. It's not aesthetically pleasing, but that's also not the point. It's not about being aesthetically pleasing. It's about being legible. Like, if you say that, like, the only thing that matters about a book are the words contained inside of it, then you're gonna write and publish a bunch of failing books. You have idle in there instead of setting playing defaults. No. It's not about setting playing defaults. We're gonna be having this running all the time. The point is that, like, some of these we may want to have idle states where they are maybe pulsating or doing something, you know? Baby's still consistently waking up once per night, so not terrible, but not ideal either. How's yours been doing? Yeah, about the same, about once per night. So we're in a race to zero. The only time when a race to zero is really a good thing. So that sounds rad, Risky. Okay. So there we go. We've got that going. Let's say we need to do now a VFX array.random. What is our method here for random? Pick random dot pick random, just like that, I'm assuming, and I can probably just put that right in there. I'm hoping. All right, take care, Foolbox. Thanks so much for your tutorage today. Appreciate it. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Okay, so we can't pick random from the packed string array. Son of a biscuit. Okay. Is there any suitable replacement for this? We can get size. So we can just do a random value from 0 to size. This is so strange. Why don't we just pick random? Seems like it's perfectly reasonable to exist in there. Hold on. Array. VFX array dot pick random? Really? Is that really going to do the trick? Is that like converting it into a normal array? Oh, shut the front door. Shut the front door. Okay, so if that's the case, then Cubus, by the way, thank you for that, Cubus. If you can do that and like convert it into an array, we probably could have done that up here and then not done the B search and the remove at and could have just done a remove, right? An erase. You're creating a new array from the other one. Okay, yeah, okay. So it's converting this into a new array. So, man. So by saying array, parentheses, constructs an array from the base array, a typed array from the base array. Okay, all right. Well, there you go. So we could have done that up here and like just done like, for example, we could have just done array. Mothman, oh, my scalp can breathe. Thank you. Sounds heavy garbage-wise, but I don't know how Godot handles that stuff. What sounds heavy garbage-wise? What, converting it into a new array? It's like we could have theoretically done this and then just done VFX array dot erase idle. And then we could just play VFX array dot pick random, right? Theoretically, creating a new array. What, you mean it's like not very performant, Risky Biscuit? Look at the array class. It lists a bunch of constructors. Yeah, okay. So that's working just fine. Okay. Elder Spy, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Good to see you. Thank you for hanging out with the raid. Queen Anne, how's it going so far? It's going very well. Thank you very much. We are working on kind of polishing up the clicking experience, going on from learning from Turbo Kid and trying to get the base experience feeling really good. And I've been learning a lot about VFX and packed string arrays and all sorts of cool stuff. As soon as something isn't referenced by anything anymore, it will be freed. Oh, is that in response to Risky Biscuit? So as soon as we're done with the click, it just deletes itself, right? Arrays are cool, and I'm learning about their rectangle square type sort of relationship with packed string arrays and how they don't necessarily do the same thing. But that's looking better. I'm liking this so far. I feel like we can reduce the opacity. And I'm pretty sure there's a way to do that programmatically. The amount of juice here seems excellent. Well, thank you, Queen Anne. This is the first time we've been working on juice. We just barely got it working yesterday. So this is the first time we're doing any sort of juice. This is using Cartoon Coffee's VFX Mega Pack that I picked up, and it's super rad. I'm gonna throw that link in the chat again, by the way. It's on sale for half off right now. It's got all sorts of really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. He's a really talented developer and YouTuber. Definitely recommend checking his stuff out. You can also cast something as another type, which turns it into that instead of creating a new one. Okay. I mean, I kind of thought that's what we were doing with this, right? But I guess it doesn't. These are constructors, so they create instead of our casting. Yeah, we got our constructors here from packed string array. Okay. Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, it seems like we're kind of creating an array no matter what, right? So if we're gonna do that, we might as well make it in a way that's like kind of workable. Karazes, good night. Thanks for hanging out for so long. Good to have you here. Sundown over on the U and the tubes. Hello, hello. Welcome in. We're making a superhero roguelike. We are. This was my game jam submission. We're working on polishing up the clicks and making that experience a lot better. Cycling out from a bunch of random animations from the Cartoon Coffee Mega Pack for VFX. And then once that's kind of feeling nice and juicy, we got some other layers of things we need to add onto there. And then we'll start kind of refining this whole UI. I'm not necessarily sold on this UI right now. I want to kind of explore some other options and see how people receive it. Especially making these powers a little bit better. A lot a bit better. So... And then as well, making it so the enemy actually like takes their turn in an animated way so it doesn't just instantly skip and go back. But yeah, Sundown, the idea is you'll go into a fight, go through the fight, slay the spire style, taking turns with each other, and then after the fight, you will have a choice of downtime activities to choose from, including like training, leveling up your powers, learning new powers, but then also managing your personal life, because it wouldn't be a superhero story without Aunt May to have to go rescue, right? And kind of trying to keep all those bars. So it's almost a little bit like The Sims mixed with a superhero roguelike. I don't know. Papers, Please mixed with a superhero roguelike. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. So there you go. Sounds litty. It's kind of fun. I'm having fun with it. It's been a good project. I'm learning a lot. Just learned quite a lot about packed string arrays, and we're learning about how to kind of dynamically get this list of random animations and everything. And right now I'm trying to figure out how do I make that animation not quite so bold. I want to play with transparency and see if that kind of reduces it down a little bit. What do you mean the VFX array is an array, so should have the functions, or is it still creating something in the cast? Okay, interesting. You guys are talking a lot about really cool stuff that I do not understand. Okay, so I'm pretty sure there's a way, if we go to our like sprite frames, that there's a way to set opacity. Would that even be in sprite frames, though? Or would that just be in, like, a sprite? I feel like that would just kind of go up to, like, a node 2D, right? I know there's opacity. There has to be opacity. Okay, we can close you, close you, close you. Okay. Pause, play backwards. What about Sprite 2D? Okay. So if opacity isn't in Node 2D, then, I mean, would it be just all the way up to Node? Would Node have opacity? That wouldn't make it, oh, maybe that would make sense. Yeah, transparent? No. Alpha? No. Okay. I think it's time to just kind of play with things. So opacity? No. Dot transparent? No. Dot alpha? I mean, none of these are giving me autocompletes. Opacity is part of color, right? I mean, I guess it depends if it's like a RGBA or something. How change sprite opacity Godot 4. Modify the alpha channel of the modulate property. That's right. Oh, that's right. We did modulate just a little bit ago. on this project, I think we did dot like self modulate. Dot self modulate. Change opacity. You want to modify the alpha channel. Thanks for giving some sort of script. Okay, dot A. Right. Dot A. Goodness. But it's an assignment. It's not a method. So we're gonna have to bring this out. Var random animation equals that. And then random animation dot self modulate dot A equals 0.5. Let's try that. So you want only the fourth value to be changing? Oh. Okay, so it's saying this is a string. I can't modulate the opacity of a string. So I guess that's also going to throw out color. Okay. This is interesting because we have to pass this in as a method argument. But then like we can't store any other data about it. Is there not a way to do this? Do we like play it and then instantly set its opacity? But then how do we reference it? Huh. Star equals or equals? Is that to me, Cubis, or is that more highbrow programming sophistry with hold on. Define sophistry, the use of fallacious arguments, especially with the intention of deceiving. Okay, so that's not the right word, but it sounds fancy, and that's what I was hoping to get across. We do have ads coming up in just a couple of minutes, by the way, and after those ads, we're going to jump into more Turbo Kid and do some more analysis of that for a little bit. So thank you so much for hanging out, everyone. This is such a joy. I love doing these streams with y'all. Every day when I'm just exhausted because the kid was super, tired all night long, ironically, and does not want to sleep, or, things are just going rough, these streams always pick me up. It's always great to be here. Okay. I would like to do this programmatically and not have to do it in the sprites here. Like I don't want to have to like go into the art and just set the opacity. Like I can just bring the sprite sheet into Photoshop or Figma, set it to 50%, and then re-export it. It's just that's a really slow iteration turnaround time. And I'd love to do it in code if I can. Animated sprite opacity. Oh, that's okay. This is an interesting point. We could use our animation player for this. It's an interesting thought. I also need to set up like masks and good physics layers for everything, I think. Just use equal instead of star equal. I don't have star equal. Because the problem is here that it's trying to modulate. Oh, that's just multiply equals. Right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, my brain was just not working. You multiply a value in place and do nothing with it. I'm not totally sure I follow. Because like we are assigning, right? Let's see. Can I get no documentation on that? Darn it. alpha? No. Yeah. Yeah, like this is what we want to do, right? We want to modify this. My stream resolution made the equal look like a star. Got it. Okay. By the way, if people have thoughts on like how to make this a better form of better viewing experience, I'm all ears for that. I know that getting all this text is rough. So let me know if there's something I can do to kind of clean it up a little bit and make it more legible and a better viewing experience. Yeah, because right now, random animation is just a string. Oh, we do have ads, so I'll keep noodling on this problem. We'll be back in just a second. Oh, I'm a big dummy. There's such an easy solution to this. Gosh, dang it. No, not coding. Just thinking. Okay, welcome back, everyone. I realized over the no thinky during ad. Oh man, that is the calling, the clarion call of capitalism. Okay, I'm a big stinking dummy. I've been trying to modulate the animation frames. Why? Why would I do that when I can just set the animated sprite 2D to be open? Oh my goodness. All right, let's try that again. I'm pretty confident this is gonna work. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so go back to our animation. Go back to idle. It's annoying that it loads in, like it overwrites the auto start if you don't have it selected. It's weird. That might do that. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Much better. Much better. Okay, let's bump this up to like 0.75. See how that goes. Oh, man. Every now and again, you just have one of those, oh, wait a minute, I'm making this way harder than it needs to be sort of feelings. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good enough for now. Hooray! Oh, good. Right on time. Okay, so hey, we did a lot today. We got VFX brought in. We are cycling through random amounts of them. We downloaded the VFX Mega Pack. I'm gonna give myself a little tiny check mark on that one. Like, things happened. We made progress. It's not done, but like, you know, we made a little progress. Made a little bit of progress. Let's go ahead and dive into Turbo Kid now, which I'm excited about. We'll go to game, board, game, board, game. All right, there's Turbo Kid. You heard about Turbo Kid recently, Queen Anne? I warn you, it is very graphic. Someone posted all of the death sequences in the short film that this was based off of, and wow. The movie's no joke. What we see in here is like nothing compared to what that movie is. It is so satirically over the top. It is outrageous. Like, for those with sensitive ears, you may want to cover them for a hot second. One of them in particular has a man with a, robot arm ripping the jaw off of someone and then shoving it through their eyes. I mean, it's just like, wow. You can kill people with your bike in this one? Of course you can. Oh, why does that not surprise me in the slightest? Okay. Rad. Where are we trying to go? We just got the machete, so let's jump back over here with these little cables and get those cleared away. Can also do that in Leica, yes. And you can do a flip on your bike while shooting someone in the face in Leica. Greetings, Naomi sent me to retrieve you. She needs your help. This is literally a flying toaster with a machine gun and what looks like a hamster watering bottle attached to it. It's a jawful way to die. It's a jawsome way to die. Street sharks represent. Travel east to find her. She's next to the Eligius Gate. You're all welcome for that, by the way. I am on Fiverr for voice acting. I charge $350 per voice line. That's what they call it in the biz. Yep, there we go. There we go. I meant to get into I hear it's really cool. I watched a quick little Let's Play, I think from, Wanderbot, maybe? Probably Wanderbot. Playing through it a little bit. It looks very rad. And slash. What? Really? They're like vines. All right, well, we can knock this out and get a bunch of stuff. That's good. Wow, I can't believe that that's not what the machete is for. Jeez. Same bandit is going to get massacred so many times. Titanium bars? Jeez, yeah, I guess. Let's see. Can we open this next spot up? Is that a charge blaster thing or a... Hey, there we go. We found the right bundle of vines to smash. All right. We're going to jump up here. Duck. Ah, no. Don't like you guys. Don't like you guys at all. Okay. So we can now get back up when we fall down. Hooray. We're just like Batman. Life goal completed. I don't want to go up top quite yet. I want to try going through the bottom passage. You should promote your voice acting since many of us make games that might require such a skill. Hey, I'm promoting it every single time I play games. $350 per voice line. And I actually do have a neighbor who is a... oh, jeez. A neighbor who is a lutherie, who makes custom guitars for people. And his wife narrates children's books. So I actually legit do have people in my sphere of influence who could support people. If you have a game that needs like a children's book author sort of voice, nice, calming, relaxing, feminine voice, then I got you. Okay, this seems like another thing we'll unlock the way to interact with later. You know, let's talk level design real quick. I'm kind of curious why they have that first alcove with the spikes. I guess it introduces a little bit of tension and forces you to hold it down, and if it was just straight all the way through, it would maybe just get boring, whereas now you have a little bit of tension to stay down, but... Ooh. Game, you misled me. I did a short hop, and it killed me. Introduction to it, I guess. Yeah. And make a game like Turbo Kid and let that guy narrate it. Let what guy narrate it? Okay, we have to go through all this again. Okay, great. I also do sound effects. You need a Foley artist? I'm here. So the guy does not do narrations. His wife does. She does the narration. But he's a Lutherie, so he's very knowledgeable about like sound editing and everything, and kind of helped her get established on all the right equipment and everything. And she's narrated quite a few books now. So I mean, she's definitely a pro. I don't mean to involve her husband as a way to diminish her accomplishments, just as a way to say like there's a really cool tag team of people that are doing rad stuff. So this isn't the right way. Where am I trying to go? Right. Up here. The gal in that case. Yeah. I got the contacts. You know, something like a Trine or an Ori or something I think could do really cool with that sort of a thing. All right, we'll grab that. Gotta find a couch. This is my big stressor with platformers, are hazards. Because with enemies, I can just get good enough that I can remove them from the space. But in platformers, there's no way to kill spikes, you know? And so it's really frustrating for me. At least here it's not an instant death. That's really nice. I just wish there was some way to kind of... I don't know. This is my problem with platformers. And this is very much a me problem. And it's why I may never make like a precision platformer, because it's just the things that it requires are so opposite to what I find enjoyable in an experience. There we go. Whoop. Whoop. Yeah, did I mention I'm a Foley artist as well? Okay. Why? Okay, that's why you do the short hop. Okay, that jump is really tight. I don't know how to really make that happen. Okay, there we go. Definitely not a platformer game person. Yeah, like I can really appreciate it. Like I played through all of the Hollow Knight game and DLCs. Well, almost all of them. All the DLCs that were out when I was playing it. Played through all of those. Played through all of Hollow Knight. I got to like 119% or whatever the like actual 100% is in Hollow Knight. Like, I can really enjoy them, but they're usually filled with a lot of rage. The game I'd probably be even worse at is the anomaly finding game. Like, look at these two pictures, see what is different between the two of them, like those kinds of things, like find the cats. Interesting that you say that, because there are a few things in my own game that negate platformer hazards that aren't upgrades. Ooh, I'm very curious to learn more, Queen Anne. I don't play them as much as I used to, but games like The Messenger or this Turbo Kid one got me hooked all the time. There you go, Listus, yeah. Oh, no, I have to go through the stupid short hop again. I don't know why. That one is being very conceptually difficult for me to, like, know when to jump or not. Ugh, gee, we're gonna die right here. Okay, good. Okay, no more exploring. We're just gonna go get a couch. That's all we're gonna do. We're not gonna explore anything. I'm gonna make a note that, like, hey, look, there's stuff over here that you have not yet explored. Don't worry about it. There's a horror genre that have you repeatedly inspecting an environment, and you have to be able to detect if something has changed. Oh man, is that like man, what was that one that was like super viral for a while? Poop crumbs on a pogo stick. What the heck am I gonna do? That was like a multiplayer one, and you had to, like, anomaly or something, and you had to kind of figure out what type of ghost it. Oh, sorry. It was like a horror-based Clue experience where you had to, like, find the monster and then, like, the haunting and, like, all that sort of stuff. Okay, we're gonna warp back, and we're gonna save. I'm very grateful they gave us a warp point. If you're not gonna give us a save point, at least give us a warp point. I'll definitely take a warp point. Phasmophobia. Yes, that's the one I was thinking of. So that was not Phasmophobia's loop. Okay. I admit I'm very poorly versed when it came to when it comes to horror. I don't participate in much horror. My brothers are huge horror fanatics, and I know they do all sorts of horror games and media regularly. Whoa, we're going into like a religious shrine. Oh, is this the Singularity Church? Duty Fighter, welcome in over on the YouTubes. No worries, you're not late at all. Getting ready for my kids to come home tomorrow night. Right on, man. You got it. No worries at all. You're not late in the slightest. The genre the person speaks of is something like, I'm on observation duty. Okay, interesting. I also don't participate in horror if you exclude my code. I was in Nurkmine's stream the other day, and he said some very kind things. He said, I was in Foxhollow's stream, and his design thinking is effing brilliant, and I think he has great design thoughts. But I just close my eyes whenever he brings up his code. And then he hastily followed up and said, oh, I do that with everyone that I watch, though. Hey, you're awake. Awesome. I'm Naomi. I found you conked out on the road, so I dragged you back to my lab. I'm glad you're here, because I'm in a pickle. Some thugs stole my backpack. I really need what's in it, but it's too dangerous. I can't get it back on my own. But you've got an actual turbo glove, right? That's wicked cool. Tech right there. Ooh. You should be able to blast your way in and out of there. So, can you get my backpack from those no-good thugs? If you help me out, I'm sure I can return the favor. We're gonna tease, 100%. Yeah, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. So, can you get my backpack? I'm gonna boast. That's the spirit. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So, can you do it? Yeah, sure. The thieves fled to their hideout in the cliffs above us. My drone, Ziggy, can help you get there. Here, let me just check your glove settings. There you go. I just added a marker on your map that'll show you where the thugs are hiding out. I bet you didn't know you could do that with your Of course I knew I could do that with my turbo glove, Naomi. You think this is my first Metroidvania? You think I'm some uncultured swine who has never approached the mad depths of labyrinthine upgrades? No, Naomi, this is not my first rodeo. Without spoiling too much, if there are spikes, you can put something on them to make that area safe now. I love that. Oh, wait, Queen Anne, I think I know what that something is you can put on the spikes. I remember you talking about a certain mechanic that's in your game. Yeah. Definition of good code is code that accomplishes the goal. I agree 100%. Oh, thank you, Ziggy. You will reach the back quickly. All right. There we go. There's the... Okay, great. No, I agree, Cubus. It's... So, there's a big culture around getting things... around craftsmanship, right? And I think that is a valid discussion to have. Craftsmanship is important in any field. You know, it's why, like, furniture makers, they finish, like, the entire piece of furniture, even though it's going to, like, face the back, right? It's going to face the wall. It's important to them to say, like, I know this is a quality piece of furniture, and I have sold you something that is going to stand the test of time. But you kind of need to get to that point, right? And I think there's something valid to be said about executing to the level of craftsmanship that you can about 80% of the way so that you can produce more quickly, because that last 20% is going to take 80% of the time. So go faster, learn faster, and then when it really matters, you pump in the extra effort. And every now and again, you pump in the extra effort, right? To really practice that skill set as well. But not every time. Good environmental storytelling. Yeah, for real, Alex. Yeah. We were trying to survive in this harsh wasteland when the knights attacked. We tried our best, but it wasn't enough against Primo's men. They killed everyone and left me for dead, which I'll soon be. Is this the dude that's on the other side of the wall? A man named Viper passed by shortly after and killed some scavengers. A wounded survivor asked for mercy, but I did not have his courage. I regret it now. These last living hours feel agonizing. I'm not sad to leave this husk of a world behind. May you die young. Post-apocalyptic record 4. Wow. Brutal, dude. But I mean, yeah, that's exactly the type of mentality that you would have, right? In this sort of a hellhole, like, it would be really easy to say, like, it's just not worth it, you know? Like, I don't want to grow old here. Alright. Okay, we're gonna be able to blast through that in a little bit. Let me mark this real quick. No, I just want to mark. Alright, fine, we'll climb back up. And then we'll mark it. Money. Cash money. I like that take on the 80-20 rule. Most of the time people say that you should only do the 80% that matters because it's quicker. Yeah, I mean everything in moderation, right? All mental models are wrong, but some are helpful. What's this? Are you lost, maggot? Oh, hold on, I gotta see the beard. No, I'm gonna stick with the silly voice. That's good. Or did you come looking for my brand new backpack? Ha! You've got balls, kiddo. Tell you what, I've got a deal for you. You see that rotten head on the floor there? Grab it and throw it into that basketball hoop behind me. Do it, and maybe I'll consider giving you this backpack. Why don't I just shoot you in the face? It's worked pretty well thus far. I'm pretty sure I could take this whole room. Like, I'm not... Oh, really lame. Okay. That guy owed me 20 scraps. Get him, guys. Whoop him. So did they set me up for that? Like, did they do that on purpose? Where you were not going to get it in the hoop? That's hilarious. Whoops. Throw. Oh, okay. Oh, I ducked. Ah, jeez. Just realized you can definitely sound like MatPat. Yeah, so that's one of those things that oh, and I just saw my things disappearing, which is a bummer. I never knew about MatPat. The first time I heard about him was when everyone started freaking out that he announced he was done with YouTube. I still don't really know who he is. So, you know. I think he did some sort of game design analysis type sort of stuff. At least that's the way it seems like how people talked about him. I'm not sure. So your voice sounds alike. Well, I mean, I appreciate that. I know people quite enjoyed him and his content, and so I appreciate that. I actually do have an uncle who just retired from a long career in broadcasting. So it does run into the family to a certain degree, although I have never, like, consulted a voice coach or anything. Maybe I should. If you liked Five Nights at Freddy's, you would know him. Okay. See, yeah, I was completely absent on the Five Nights at Freddy's whole environment there. He did a lot of narrative analysis for lore-heavy games. That's what he was famous for. Okay, Gotcha. They'll have deep video game lore theories. Okay, gotcha. Cool. Okay, there we go. I was mashing the wrong thing. Okay, pick this up. Also, in case next time we see a head, we should analyze that down arrow because it's really well done. No! Oh, jeez. All right, so remember when I said, like, I'm pretty sure I can take all these guys. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no! Jeez. Oh, my gosh. He got popular because of his 1,500,000 videos on Five Nights at Freddy. Okay, there you go. Oh, that's what we gotta do, honestly, in order to get the YouTube really taking off. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers, which is awesome. But in order to really take off, I'm gonna have to do some more, like, broad popularity sort of stuff, even though it's just... I don't know. I can't stand it. Because... Ow, this guy. The popular... Popular games, to me, tend to also kind of go for the biggest markets, which means very low innovation or very low mechanical complexity or very low thought process involved, and it's hard for me to get really excited about them, you know? And I realize how much of an a-hole that makes me sound like. But, I don't know, like, I have yet to play a Pokemon game. A mainline Pokemon game that is like, oh yeah, this is awesome. It's kind of always just like, yeah, this is Pokemon. And like Call of Duty is like, yeah, this is Call of Duty. Like, I don't know. Ah, shoot. Man, and they do damage on hits too? On contact? How am I supposed to kill these guys so fast? Have you tried not killing the guy by the hoop? I don't know if I can. Let's give it a shot, though. I'm sure that there would be some overlap between what's popular and what's complex and exciting for you. I mean, there's like Helldivers 2, right? That's doing pretty well, but it's also not like an evergreen property, right? And Hades, like we just did that Hades video. And it's performing really well. Dang it. Yeah, the Hades video is almost at like 3,000 or 3,000. It's almost at 8,000 views. Like it's doing great, especially for our channel size. But I'm sure it would be nothing compared to if we did, you know. No. Oh, it's so bad. If I did something else, try like a long shot. Yeah, we'll have to give it a shot. I don't know. And I don't mean to be all hipstery and like, oh, these aren't good games. Like, they are good games. They're definitely accomplishing their job. They're doing what they're supposed to do. It's just what they are supposed to do is not something that I am particularly interested in, right? Man. Ah. Jeez. Yeah, these guys are really tough. I feel like I need like a damage upgrade in order to do anything here. Nameless Coder, welcome in. Good to see ya. How are you today? There's also something you're not considering, and that's being negative about the design of popular games. Very good click-through rate, and if you're not overly mean in your presentation, people don't hate on you too much. Yeah, and that's kind of why... Leaf Ray, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. It's why we're going to be exploring this Pokemon is like the Big Mac video, where like they do what they're supposed to do, and it's perfectly fine, but it's, you know, it hasn't it's comforting. You know exactly what you're getting. It's just it hasn't really been innovated on for decades. So like that's kind of what I'm. Oh, jeez. Okay. Good. We have an area of safety now. All right. This is we can do this now. Woo. Okay. Hold on 1 second. I got someone calling. Okay, welcome back. Yeah, so Leaf Ray, this is not my game. This is Turbo Kid, as everyone is saying in the chat. And what we're doing is we do this very frequently on the channel, where we do analyses of games to kind of see what works, what doesn't work, what can we learn from them, and grow and get better. Get better as developers. Woo! Okay, I think this is the last wave. Okay. Okay, just don't mess up. We're at full health. I don't know how we are, because I know we got hit at least once. Alright, boss man? That kid's crazy. I'm out of here. All that for a backpack, bro? Like, you're gonna die on that hill of all the hills? Wait, what's going on? Oh, jeez. Oh my goodness. Okay. Good work. Bzz, the bag has been successfully returned to Naomi. Bzz, you'll find Naomi in her lab. She has a gift for you. So Naomi could just like telefrag that thing out of there? What? Why didn't she just do that? Like, I don't think we accomplished anything other than just murdered a bunch of dudes. Like, we did not enable the recovery of that backpack in the slightest. And now I'm really scared of Naomi. All right, let's save. Something tells me she wanted you to murder a bunch of dudes. Yeah, for real. 1,000 followers by Monday. I believe in you. As soon as you get 9,001, I can say in Vegeta voice it's over 9,000. There you go, 2D Fighter. Oh, and I remember seeing Nicholson. Yeah. People make games have made a Hades video and it has almost 1 million views. I agree. Hades is great. I think it's got a lot of momentum behind it and a lot of traffic. I'm very happy with the performance of the Hades video. I have no complaints about that. And it's got a lot of really good engagement as well. People are chatting about it. They're leaving lots of comments. There's good discussions. People are bringing up really cool points that I had never even considered about Hades. So it's rad. I think that one is being a smash runaway success. You just need to keep doing content like that and getting a broader and broader appeal to get more and more people. You made it back alive. Thanks for your help. Oh gosh, there's the torso of the dude. It teleported with the backpack. I've been working on this portable teleportation tech, and I was taking it out for some tests. Unlike the bigger teleportation pads, my portable teleporter has shown horrifying results when teleporting living things. Yeah, that beard like coming out. Oh, that's so gross. So we could look at that as like good character design, right? Having the beard on the character so that they could have it like flowing out like that to really exaggerate the patheticness of it. Really, really brutal. Anyway, speaking of teleportation tech, I cooked up a little something special for you. You curious? Heck yeah, I'm curious. I found your bike. I fixed it up and I took the liberty of equipping it with my portable teleportation tech. Oh, good. So you have a portable fast travel system. Good. Let me see your hand. I'll connect the remote control to your turbo glove. Yeah. Circle to jump on your bikes. Oh, okay. No, so this is Roach. This is, a mount. It's teleporting the bike to us. Okay. Interesting. Okay, cool. Voila, you're all set. Don't worry. It'll only warp the bike. You'll be perfectly safe. And I believe that makes us even. A great starting point for any friendship. Now that you've got your bike back, I'd love to see what you can do with it. For my next project, I need a package that's stashed in my storage room. Could you fetch it for me, please? Yeah, I've got another fun gadget I'll give you after you retrieve that package. All right, fine. Fantabulous! The package is in the top right corner of my storage room. Why do I get the feeling I need the bike to do this? We got pictures. Ooh, and I hit the wrong button. I found these pictures lying around. They seem to be pointing at specific locations. I do love a good treasure hunt. I think a charged turbo shot might reveal something. Interesting. So we gotta keep an eye out for all these. Okay. I don't... Oh, this one on the left we may have seen. We may have seen these ones too. That looks vaguely familiar. Maybe those two. Man, there's a ton of these. Jeez Louise, there's a bunch. Oh, hey. We know where that guy is. Oh my goodness. Wow. I feel like we just got like spoilers for every area in the game. Well, I want to go check out... oh, you're not going to let me teleport anymore? Boo. All right. Where is your storage room? Where's your storage room? Naomi? Oh, okay. Jump on the bike. A great start. Okay. Oh, so you can do tricks. Whoa. Okay. Oh, you get points. Sick. I don't know what the points are for, but now my whole life will exist around accruing those points. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to understand what is the difference between like R1 and R2, right? So R2, okay, so it's front and back, right? Yeah, okay. It's just different ways to do front and back. I don't necessarily know why there's different ways to do front and back, but there you go. All right. Now that my BMX career is really taking off, I'm going to stop YouTube. I'm going to stop Twitch. I'm just going to go be the BMX bandit. And go find me an angel summoner to team up with. And just save lives, you know. Whee! we can be a full parcel delivery man. Okay. Almost able to buy a new hearth. Whoa, sick. Trick chain. Okay, once again, I don't know why we're doing any of that, but it is sick with 2Ks. BM experts. Are you going to clean up that dead guy, like, ever? You got it. I can continue working on my next project now. You're all right, kid. I hope you stick around. Here, take this cartridge. It should be compatible with your turbo glove. Kid. Okay. Yeah. We already kind of explored that. You wanted to know how to get out of middle waste, correct? Well, the only way out of this place is through exercise and diet. Through the Eligius Gate, where we first met. Dave Mira BMX all over again. Sure, what's the Eligius Gate? Father Eligius erected that gate to protect middle waste from outsiders. There are 4 locks, and they can only be opened with ultra-powerful weapon chips. The leaders of the skate park and the junkyard each have one, right, so go defeat the 4 bosses. The 3rd key is propped up as a reward in the Lightning Dome arena, and no one really knows where the 4th key is, but there's a rumor it might be in the sewers. If you're going to explore Middle Waste looking for them, we'll most likely see each other around. Good luck out there. Okay, cool. Let's equip some stuff. Attracts nearby scraps and food pickup. Yeah, I'm always a fan of good magnets. Oh, sorry, I've got another phone call. Be right back. We'll be right back. 1 second. Okay, we're back. Thanks for your patience there. Right on. Okay. Where are we going? Okay, right. We have like all these different areas to go explore now. But I do want to check out the dead dude hidden area. Owl in the brush. Hello, welcome in. It's so good to see you. How are you? Get a save going there. How's your day been going, Owl? We are doing some analysis of Turbo Kid. Let's look at that, like, animation on the teleporter. No, I don't need to talk to you right now. Thank you. No! Stop talking to me. I just want to look at your teleporter. Okay, that's not a euphemism. Okay. Trevron, this was made in Godot? I have no idea, Trevron. I have no idea. I'd believe it in a heartbeat, but I have no idea. So they've got that light blue to full transparent gradient on it. And then they have the particle effects really nicely fading in. They fade in. I'm trying to see like what the movement is on them. Do they go up as they fade in? Yeah, it seems like there is a bit of like an ease out. Yeah, it's got to be an ease out. So they ease out as they fly upward and become more transparent. And looks like the color is modulating a little bit as well. And then when they disappear, some of them shrink in width as they disappear, but not all of them. And there's a random amount of width on them, it looks like, as well. That's actually quite complex. That's a lot more than I thought it was going to be. I'm glad we looked at that. TurboCut, I didn't recognize it. Yeah. Working on an animated owl emote recently. Very nice, owl. Man, I'm so far behind on my emotes. I feel terrible about it. I need to get working on that over the weekend or something. Looks super nice. It's very well made, Trevron. We're having a really great time with it. I think Outermind Code their own stuff. Don't think they use Godot. Oh, okay. They like do a custom built engine. Pictures. A charged turbo shot might reveal something. Right here. Oh, we got it, I guess. Okay. Great. I'm glad they mark it when you've done it. That's good. Let's go explore over here. We haven't really done anything over there yet. We had to get out of Dodge in order to stay alive. Like you do. Woo, that was a pretty cool little cool little platforming thing. Wow, we just got healed up to full. My goodness. Okay. Jump down, I guess. Let's head back up. Art here is pretty nice. The important elements pop out. Well, yeah, right? They've done very well with their color palettes of making Turbo Kid very, very nicely contrasted against the world, for sure. Okay. Okay. No, what is all this? There's just a big cliff over here? Okay. Alright. Fair enough. BMX Bandit. Nope. BMX Bandit. Yeah. Nope. Let's try it again. The BMX Bandit. Yeah. BMX Bandit. There we go. Man, there is a lot of verticality to this area. Jiminy. I really wish I could, like, pivot the camera around a little bit. Ah, darn it. Really glad there's not fall damage. Ah. There we go. Do a trick. There we go. Whoa, you get a big speed boost. Hold on. You get a speed boost when you do tricks? Ah. If you do a flip, it's like 150 points. So I'm wondering if that's going to be a big enough speed boost that... Whoa. Nope. All right. Still cool, though. Okay. Right up there. And let's try going over this direction this time. Hey, excuse you, bird. I just shot you in the butt with plasma like 7 times. You're just gonna walk away from that? I don't think so. Meanie. This magnet seems incredibly strong too. Like, it's hitting stuff that's off screen. So that's good. I don't think I'm ever gonna take that off. And this one, I think we have to come at it from the other end. Okay. We can't interact with that dish yet. Where do we go from here? Like, we can't reach up there. We're gonna get a double jump eventually or something? Ooh. Okay. So we want to get up there. So once again, it seems like we maybe need a double jump in order to really explore over there. I'm sure that a double jump is coming. Holographic bikes are the solution to e-bike graveyards. There you go. Like that you can attack while holding to stuff. Yeah, let's use it. There's a lot of flexibility in the controls. Very high on empowerment, which I like. There's none of this like, oh, you're climbing a ladder, you're stuck, so that you get that problem of like an enemy on the top of the ladder and you just can't deal with it. You just have to take the hit. It's a bummer. All sorts of stuff like that. There's a lot of really strong design in here. Okay. Well, you know what? We have ads coming up in just a couple of minutes anyways. So, and we've been going for a little while. I think we're probably going to raid out right now. This was such a joy. Thank you so much, all of you, for hanging out with me today and hanging out with each other. This has been just fantastic. I feel like we accomplished a lot in our Godot work. We got all sorts of cool stuff done with the VFX. We got really rad stuff learned about string arrays and all that sort of things. It was great, and thank you everyone for your patience in teaching me about everything. I appreciate it. I had a great time. Yeah, thank you so much. It's such a joy always being here with you all. My goodness. We're going to go ahead and raid out to another software and game dev. Who should we raid out to? We could raid into Retromation. That would be fun. Let's raid into Practical NPC. I haven't raided into Practical in a very, very long time. Let's raid into Practical. So with that, thank you so much for hanging out with us, everyone, today. As a reminder, and for those of you who are new, we are a charitable enterprise devoted to helping people enter the game industry. So if that sounds like a good ride to you, like, follow, subscribe, whatever platform that you're on. We stream every weekday at the same time from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern, give or take a little bit. And with that, we'll catch you next time.